Hi, welcome to EDSC 551. This is Legal and Ethical Issues. I am your professor for Summer 2, and my name is Tamiko Bobo. I have been working with Concordia University since the inception of the school counseling program. I was one of the first people to write some of the syllabi for this program. And as the program makes changes according to CTC, we are beginning our new round of information with our new scope and practices for which began in summer 1. So this class will have some minor changes to it according to the requirements for CTC. For this course, we are going to begin by talking about legal and ethical practices and the principles for school counselors. The emphasis is going to be placed on the legal and ethical issues that school counselors will encounter through their diverse populations with those that have disabilities, Individual Disabilities Education Act, individual educational programs, the IEPs, and the 504 plans, mediations, consultation, collaboration, due process, confidentiality laws, and family student rights and counseling codes of ethics and federal and state laws. So in this class, we'll be developing and applying our ethical and making decision process. We're going to articulate school counselors' philosophy as it pertains to the school counselor and professional personal identity. We're going to locate and identify state provisions of ethical education codes and California regulation codes. We're going to examine the key provisions for FERPA as an elementary and secondary school educational act. We're going to articulate and provide examples of individual self-care plan and long-term wellness and professionalism to successfully cope with the high stresses of this particular program and career. And we'll understand and apply the ethical and legal obligations to students, parents, administrators, and teachers. So these are the things that we are going to be focusing on throughout this course. And throughout this course, we will make sure that we touch on these areas and that you are well prepared for some of the legal and ethical issues that you may face during your career time. All right, our textbook is Ethics and Law by Carolyn Stone. And you can find this book. I'm going to go ahead and show you this book by sharing my screen. All right. The legal and ethical issues. And then also we have, you'll need your APA manual for your writing in this course. During weeks 1, you're going to review the role of the school counselor, and we'll be talking about that and just how it's changed over time, even more so than what the book covers. And then you also have a discussion board due your first week. In this course, I'm going to go over the 5 assignments that you have. I want to remind you that the signature assignment is the assignment that must be completed with a C or better in order to get a C out of this class, despite its point values only being 30 points. So it's important to make sure that you complete that assignment in case any emergency comes up. If you make it all the way to that point and then you don't complete that assignment, you're unable to get a passing grade in this course, okay? And that is on your syllabus as a reminder. Our first assignment for this course is called Ethics and Professionalism for school counselors. And you're going to go ahead and watch a video called Legal and Ethical Issues for School Counselors by Dr. Carolyn Stone. And there's some additional sources that are listed on your assignments. And after completing the reading of those additional sources plus the video, you're going to consider the issues of professionalism and ethics that counselors face on a daily basis. The term, we began to explore these issues as a greater depth of a part of our course, all right? And you're going to respond to the following questions in a written narrative essay, okay? The first question, what does professionalism mean to you? The second question, what ethical challenges will you face as a school counselor? Question number 3, discuss the impact of at least one idea that Dr. Stone covered in her video that was significant to you as a future counselor. Question number 4, cyberspace and ethics. Do you have a social media page? And what does it say about yourself? And question number 5, comment on your personal views and values of the use of social media as a resource for school counselors. With this assignment, you're going to use APA formats. The length should be 3 to 4 pages, okay? That is your first written assignment, and it is in a narrative essay format. Your second assignment for this course is personal and professional views on LGBTQ plus issues, all right? There are 3 videos that are covered on this assignment. You will watch all 3 videos. The first one, Becoming Me. The second one, the Laramie Project. The third one, the Crossover Kid. After completing those videos, you're going to, and the readings for the week, you're going to consider your views on LGBTQ plus population, your personal biases, your beliefs about sexual orientation, the human costs to transgender students, and the impact of school campuses, policies, and confidentiality. You're going to develop a well-written narrative essay using APA format and citations and references that support your thinking. You don't have to address all of the above in your response, but you need to take 1 or 2 of the themes to develop your further thinking about your professional and personal views on this area. Some things that you will include in this narrative essay, new learning or changes that have occurred for you on this particular issue. How do you reconcile personal, religious, professional values as a future counselor in dealing with these types of issues? Include at least one idea from the video that reflects upon, that you reflected upon in your narrative and how it impacts school counselors. And comment on the issues that are currently prevalent and being dealt with at your school or where you're working on this particular subject area, LGBTQ+, all right? The length of this assignment should be 3 to 4 pages as well. All right, assignment number 3 is historically underserved students. And you're gonna choose one of the historically underserved groups of students. So we have the special needs population. We have the English language learner population. We have the undocumented youth population. We have the ethnic minorities population. We have the foster youth population and homeless. We have the socially and economically disadvantaged youth. And we also have the LGBTQ plus youth group, okay? And what you're going to do is create a PowerPoint or a Google slide and give a 5 to 7 minute presentation describing 2 laws relating to the students of your chosen group. So you're gonna only choose one of those historically underserved groups. create a PowerPoint presentation. The length should be about 5 to 7 minutes, definitely not over 7 minutes. And you're going to answer these questions in your Google slide. Describe the current issues or challenges faced by students in the chosen underserved group. Describe 2 mental health related and or educationally related laws, which are still in effect today that impact today's students in the chosen group. And then how do these laws affect the students' mental health and educational functioning? And how would you apply those laws as a school counselor? So again, this is your third assignment for this course, and it's a PowerPoint. There is no paper attached to this historically underserved student. You will upload your PowerPoint or Google slide to Blackboard. Assignment number 4 is the freedom of expression. So we're going to talk about and explain a student's freedom of expression as it is illegally applied in the school setting. What are the things that students can say, and what are the things that students cannot say or do in terms of verbal speech on campus, written assignments on campus, clothing on campus, and then off-campus texting and social media posts. You're going to write a 2 to 3 page paper discussing the students' rights in each of these 4 areas. You need to specifically mention at least one law relating to each of the 4 areas. And in the description, discuss a difficult or challenge that involves the 4 chosen laws as is related to school counselors. Please also include specific strategies that you would use to maintain compliance of these laws and apply as a school counselor on a high school campus. So the focus on this one is a high school campus. So this is really important that you're applying these laws and these rules as it applies to high school students, okay? And that covers assignment number 4. Your final assignment, assignment number 5, is the signature assignment. This is the assignment that is due on week 8, and this is the assignment that is crucial to turn in with a C or better effort in order to make all the work that you've done in the course effective. Count. Because if you don't do that, we cannot give you a passing grade in this course. So the signature assignment is the assignment that best displays the knowledge and skills of the essentials to the objectives of this course. So this assignment builds on the coursework, and that's why this assignment has a different grading than the other assignments. The purpose of this assignment is to select and analyze relevant themes and related credibility court cases to demonstrate a comprehensive understanding of ethical and legal issues that were presented in this course, all right? So you're gonna select one major theme or topic from your text that you studied. You're gonna analyze 3 relevant court cases from literature review. So this is probably your first connection to your literature review, where you'll be utilizing your library information. You're going to research 3 literature reviews related to the themes and courses topic that you chose, and you're going to select from the source other than your textbook. So you really need to dive into the library at this point, all right? The text does have extensive lists of court cases. So it's okay to use the court cases that are in the textbook to support that, but it should also lead you to other court cases that have occurred throughout history. So this is important that you reference some of other court cases that may not have been referenced in our textbook. The CUI library can easily assist you with credible internet resources so that you can provide a well thought out analysis and response to the issue. I'll go into a little more detail about that, give you a couple of themes. Confidentiality, there's one, there's a huge theme. And confidentiality is becoming more and more prevalent in our work. Sometimes you could get, it was easier in the past to, to breach confidentiality and not have consequences. It is not that easy today. So confidentiality is one of those themes that you will see throughout this course. And it is a major theme for us, no matter the age of the student. We only have those 3 rules in which we are not allowed to breach confidentiality. If someone is causing harm to the student, if the student is causing harm to him or herself, or if the student wants to cause harm to someone else. So those are the only 3 rules that we're allowed to break the confidentiality and ask for help and call the appropriate people if we need to, such as a parent, the police, any other individual or group or organization that could assist us with that particular problem. What's important is that a lot of times students tell us a lot of information and about what's going on in the home, especially when they're younger. And we have to be careful not to share that personal information back to the parent. Sometimes it's important just to make the parent aware that the student is listening on detailed information and observing, maybe even sneaking to hear certain types of information. And that could, affect the relationship between the child and the parent if the child is coming and telling another adult about that. So it's important for us to really, really hone in on those confidentiality rules. There are some other themes in the book that we will come across, some other themes that we may be discussing throughout the textbook, special education law, and the fact that African-American students cannot be given an intelligence test. So there's a theme there. Violence and crime, information on that. Sexual harassment, bullying, protecting potential victims through bullying, sexual activity with students, how we keep that confidential, and how we act on those things. The LGBTQ community and how to make them feel safe on campuses. Some other themes that you can take a look at: negligence and malpractice. What are those? And how can a counselor be seen as negligent? The cyberbullying, Family Education Rights and Privacy Act. That's another theme. How do we keep all of these documents that we receive confidential and from other people? Other themes that are discussed within it: professionalism, professional behavior, dual relationships. So those are some themes that you can take a look at and focus on, and try to find additional resources and literature on them to build those find court cases and create and finish that signature assignment. So once you have your assignment, your theme, you are going to make sure that you use APA format and citations. Make sure that this assignment has the APA style headings. It has an abstract that should be no more than from 150 to 200 words. The paper should include the purpose of the paper, describing why this is an issue or this theme was selected for your reference and personal and professional connections. What is the problem? State the problem. The belief statement, connect your beliefs about the issue with the importance of the problem and the issue. The analysis is the meat of the paper, and you're going to analyze the legal and ethical issues presented in the study. Make sure you include the 3 relevant court cases in your overall analysis. The analysis is not a long summary. We don't want a summary of the court cases, but analysis breaks down the reading into smaller parts, and it examines the structure and details of the legal and ethical issues presented in the case study. So we don't need to summarize the case study, but what connected them, what was the overall thing, what came out from it, what was the purpose of the study, and how well is the purpose of the study supported by the research? What are the strengths and weaknesses of the study, and how do they affect the findings on the researcher? And does the researcher address the oppositional viewpoints, and does she attempt to refute them? We don't want you to include any of your opinions in this analysis section. You're going to leave that for your reflection and conclusion. And then the findings describe the outcome of the court cases. Here's where you would summarize the actual court cases and the theme and its relevancy to your topic. Your reflection is the reflection on the and description of these court cases and its impact and understanding and practice of as a school counselor. The conclusion, describe the new learning that has occurred as a result of this analysis. And this paper should be approximately 4 to 5 pages long, okay? So in this paper on your assignment, it has it listed. All of the subheadings need to be there. The purpose, the problem and the belief, the analysis, the findings, the reflection, the conclusion, and the conclusion, all right? So all of those need to be subheadings. And then there are various paragraphs within the subheadings, and it should be 4 to 5 pages long, okay? That concludes your 5 assignments for this course. So we will have 5 assignments in this course, with a signature assignment being the most important and making sure that it is turned in a timely fashion. One reminder for the course is that week 8 ends on a Friday. This course also has an overlap, so we're overlapping between summer 1 and summer 2. And then we will end on a Friday and we'll move right that following week into fall 1. So this is a tight fit here. Please keep me aware of any circumstances or problems that you may be facing over the summer, challenges that you may be having. Email me as soon as possible so that we can redo your assignments and the dates for them so that you're able to complete the course in a timely fashion without needing to take a withdrawal. If you need to take a withdrawal, I recommend that you do it before the 4th week. If something comes up and you're falling too far behind, it's important that you do it then. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, I am available all summer long, and I'll be available to reach by email, text, or phone. The last couple of things I wanted to share with you is the Blackboard. Here's our Blackboard shell. Our book is here, Ethics and Law. Your extra book, American APA format. Here are the week assignments, okay? Week 1, you're going to be completing the readings and the videos, as well as the discussion board is listed there. Our virtual Zoom will meet during week 1. It's important. We will use this same meeting link for the entire 4 live sessions. So you can, all you have to do is click on this and for the specific dates. Here are the specific dates: June 28th, July 12th, July 26th, and August 9th. All right. And this is found on all the weeks that we are meeting. Here's where you go for your discussion boards, your submit assignments, your grades, and if you need to send any type of email. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you during week 1.